Welcome back to No Recipes, where we elevate everyday meals using tried and true techniques. Unless you've been living inside of an Instant Pot for the last year, you've probably heard of these ridiculously expensive $200 katsu sandwiches popping up all over the country. They're originally from Japan, where they're known as katsu sando, but I think if you ask an average Japanese person, they'd drop dead of a heart attack if they found out Americans were paying $200 for these sandwiches. You see, that's because in Japan, katsu sando is like a fast food that you might bring on a picnic or pick up at the station to take on a long train ride. I'm Mark Matsumoto, and today I'm going to be showing you a katsu sando that won't break the bank because it's made with tonkatsu using pork instead of gyukatsu using wagyu. Sound good? Let's get started. For our sandwich, we're going to be frying up this slab of tonkatsu. Hit the link above for the recipe. We've also got some thick slices of Japanese sandwich bread, some shredded cabbage, and some hot Japanese mustard. For the sauce, we have some onion, garlic, apple juice, sake, Worcestershire sauce, ketchup, soy sauce, and honey. Let's start by making the tonkatsu sauce. I'm gonna go ahead and add the sake and apple juice to a small pan, and then I'm gonna bring that to a boil over high heat. The sake is gonna impart a ton of umami to the sauce, while the apple juice adds a fruity flavor that's the hallmark of tonkatsu sauce. When the mixture is thick and syrupy, go ahead and add the Worcestershire sauce, soy sauce, honey, and ketchup. Let's turn the heat down a bit and give that a stir. Now we just need to grate in some garlic and onion. By grating them in, these aromatics are gonna add a ton of flavor to our sauce without making it chunky. Okay, now we're just gonna cook this until the onions are no longer raw and the sauce is thick and bubbly. If you're feeling lazy, you can also just buy a bottle of tonkatsu sauce, but I definitely prefer making this at home. The Lee & Perrins Worcestershire sauce I use packs a spicy kick that's the perfect complement for the rich katsu. And the spice is balanced by the sweetness of the apple juice and the honey. I wish you guys could smell this. It's like a Japanese barbecue sauce. Okay, that looks about right. Next, let's get that katsu in the fryer. You can get the details in my tonkatsu recipe, but this is a thick cut rib chop breaded in panko that we're frying at 320 degrees Fahrenheit or 160 degrees Celsius for about 14 minutes. While we're waiting for the katsu to fry up, let's go ahead and toast the bread. You want a little color on the bread, but it should still be fluffy. Okay, the tonkatsu is done, so we're gonna transfer it to a wire rack and then immediately drizzle both sides with the sauce. It's important to do this while the katsu is hot, otherwise the breading's gonna go soggy. Time to assemble our sandwich. I have our toasted bread here, and I'm gonna spread a thin layer of Japanese mustard on one side. This is some potent stuff, so careful not to go overboard with it, or you'll be shooting flames out of your nostrils. And trust me, that's not a flattering look. And now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time for the main event. Throw some cabbage on there, slap that other piece of bread on top, and then we're gonna give our sandwich a firm press to get the bread to conform to the shape of our katsu. And just like that, our katsu sandwich is done. Okay, who's ready to hear me cut this thing in half? Oh yeah! Now that's what I'm talking about. Between the fluffy bread, crisp cabbage, and panko crust lies a tender, juicy cutlet that's glazed in a mouthgasm of contrasting tastes. How is that for extravagant? And this katsu sandwich only cost me 10 bucks to make. My homemade tonkatsu sauce lends the perfect balance of fruity sweetness, savory umami, and a vinegary twang that cuts through the richness of the katsu. It's this yin and yang of textures and tastes that keeps you wanting to go back in for another bite. Seriously guys, you haven't lived until you've sunk your teeth into one of these. So what did you guys think? Do you guys want to see me make a $200 version of this sandwich? Or is this good enough for you? Let me know in the comments below. And while you're down there, give us a big thumbs up and smash that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss my next delicious episode. Alright, I'm off to go have my sandwich, but I'll catch you next Sunday. Be sure to catch us on Instagram at No Recipes.